It was a little difficult for me to get out today. I wanted to start around 10:30, 11, but I didn't get out of the apartment until 11:15. I was just running DoorDash and Uber Eats, and I was just trying to find an order without actually leaving the house. And then I finally got a good one for Chipotle, $7.50 for 3 miles, but it is going to be more than $7.50 because it's a catering order. Catering orders are usually a lot more high paying, and this one, I'm sure, will be more than $7.50. All right, food was ready, and then we made the 2-mile trip to the customer. I definitely won't complain about this one because, I mean, the earnings are still a lot better than any normal orders. But I do want to say that I am expecting more than a 6% tip on most of my orders. I usually don't accept things that are like below a 10% tip or 15% tip. So it was kind of surprising to only see a $10 tip on a $150 order, but oh well. I mean, it's still $13.50 for that, and probably only took me like 15 minutes, so it's not a big deal. We are moving on to something that is going to be probably better than that DoorDash order. It is Chick-fil-A for $10, and the mileage is less than 2 miles. That's so fantastic. I did have quite a few orders auto declined for me as I was delivering that DoorDash order, but now, all right, it's time for Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A orders are not always ready when we arrive to the store, but when it is fantastic. Oh, I cannot believe we just earned $10 in about like 10-15 minutes of work. Wow, and possibly a little bit more because Uber doesn't show more than an $8 tip up front. So possibility of it being more than $10 there. Now we got another Uber Eats order. This one will just be what we see on the acceptance screen at 9:26, and it's only going 3.8 miles, so obviously not as good as the first 2 orders of the day, but it is still very, very solid. I had never been to that restaurant before. They had the now open sign right on their building, and I was looking forward to it. It's always good to test out new restaurants in your area to see if they are slow or if they have the orders ready before you get there. And in this case, I'm not saying it's always going to be like this, but the order was waiting for me before I got there. So I think I'm going to start accepting more orders from here as long as the dollars per hour and the dollars per mile makes sense. Our next order happens to be a DoorDash one for $7.50. We're going back to Chipotle, and this time I got a text saying that the order was ready as soon as I accepted it. That's what I love to see. And so I walk in there. I guess they have a new policy. They're not putting the bags onto the big shelf anymore because they said a lot of people's orders got stolen. Please don't steal any food. It's really not necessary. I mean, it's going to be like $10, $20 worth of food. And you know, if you're a driver, you can get deactivated. If you're a customer, you can get arrested, so don't do it. Chipotle was pretty good, $7.50. No, sadly, there was not a hidden tip, but it really didn't take me that long to complete the entire order. We're now moving on to another DoorDash for Pita Jungle, $9.50, 5.8 miles. I really thought that there could be a hidden tip on this one. I thought they ordered a ton of food, really high priced items. It said 8 items on the acceptance screen, and so I was like, okay, I might get like $11 for this one, so I'll accept it. And turns out it really isn't that expensive, so it's probably just going to be $9.50, which I guess it's okay because it's still decent. And then after, we can look for better orders. There was nothing wrong with that Pita Jungle order. Just had to wait like 2 or 3 minutes to receive the items. And then when I did, we just drove off to the customer for our furthest delivery of the day. And we did not get more than $9.50. That's fine though, I accepted it, so I should be okay with that payout. Then we moved on to a $10 order here for Chick-fil-A, and it took a lot longer than I was expecting. There's a lot of traffic in that area. Made me remember why I don't really like that part of my map. I like to stick in a different area, but that one was dropping me off closer to the area I like. So that's the reason I took it, along with the decent payout. And now we just go drive back to the hotspot and we see what else we can get. We drove back to the hotspot, but now we've been sitting here for 15 minutes waiting on a good order. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, they're not giving me anything that I want to accept, which is really frustrating because the first 2 hours of the day were so good, and now that lunch is kind of winding down, I'm not really getting anything. But if I had more driving opportunities for me, then that would be amazing. ParaWorks is one of the ways where I could start receiving more opportunities. There are a ton of merchants looking for delivery drivers to complete opportunities. Some of them could be small deliveries like single orders, and then some could be huge routes where you can go in and make a ton of money that way, and you don't have to rely on DoorDash to send you a good order or Uber Eats sending you a good order. You can just go to the app that you know has your back and wants to do the best job that they can so that you can make more money on the road, and that is Para. I know it will be great for me in my area when ParaWorks has even more opportunities for us drivers, and I don't have to rely on any algorithms from DoorDash or Uber Eats to send me a good offer. I don't have to worry about my acceptance rate being too low on DoorDash so that they don't send me priority access to certain offers. I can just go into the Para app, click on the ParaWorks section, and I can accept some deliveries. Of course, you will need to download the Para app to have access to this feature, so I have a link in my description and you can check it out for yourself. Well, it certainly did take a while to get our next order, and it's not that great of one. It is for Chick-fil-A. It's less than $7 for 3 miles. It's still like not a bad order because I've been rejecting all of those. So of course I'm not going to take any of the bad ones that are like less than $1 per mile and things like that, because I mean, those are being auto declined anyway on Uber, on Para, so don't have to worry about that. But you know, this Chick-fil-A, hopefully it's ready in a few minutes and we can take it, and then we'll see where we go from there. Got that Chick-fil-A order completed, and it just doesn't look like it's busy anymore out here, so that will be our last order of the day. I wish it was busy at all hours of the day, but sadly, only the hours during peak lunch and peak dinner are really going to give you the best results. But if you are in an area where ParaWorks has opportunities for you, then you can definitely take advantage of this so that you're not relying on all these apps for your orders, and you can better set your own schedule to work whenever you want. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.